Welcome to the Eternia Archives weekly podcast where we discuss current and historical gaming topics that are of interest to us and our followers on social media. If you like our content, consider hitting that thumbs up icon, subscribing to our channels, following us on Twitter, and joining our Discord server with the invite link in this video's description. With that out of the way, today's topics are as follows. As you can tell, there's a couple people out this week. Looks like Inashi is on the road, and Lane is unable to attend as well. So we'll be talking about the Tokyo Game Show this week and some information of stuff that happened within that show. The initial PS5 and Xbox Series X game releases, the Bethesda buyout from Microsoft that kind of just took over everything. Like that just blew my mind when it happened, and what we've been playing as our gaming topics. So, with that out of the way, I'm Callie from Callie Chronicles. You can find my content on calliechronicles.net. Rad?
Hi, this is Rad. You can find me as Rad Console Gaming on YouTube and Instagram, and you can find me as Console Rad on Twitter.
And I'm Nick at Heat Haze Gaming on Twitter, and you can find me as Nick Heat Haze Gaming on YouTube. So,
Okay, well, I guess that leads us off to talk about the Tokyo Game Show. So, I don't know, Nick, did you get that pulled up so we can discuss
yeah.
it?
And the first thing it says is about the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. And they showed it some more gameplay and stuff. Young Impa combat and more. I don't really know much about Breath of the Wild because I never played it besides like the first hour or so.
Did you guys try that? Callie, did you try that? Breath of the Wild when it came
I
out?
Oh yeah, I picked up Breath of the Wild. I played it for about 65 hours before I put
Oh
it
wow!
down.
Oh, just
Um,
65.
I didn't beat it. I didn't beat it. I got towards like the last area with the bird people, and
Wow.
then I just got bored of it because I was focusing on shrines and other stuff, and I was like, I don't feel like continuing this story, so I just stopped.
I'm really,
Oh,
yeah, really excited about this. It's funny because I usually don't care about Warriors games, but for this one, I mean, since it is the story 100 years before Breath of the Wild, and that was so interesting to me. I'll definitely play it just to see the details of everything that happened over there. And it looks so good because they're using the assets of the Breath of the Wild, which I didn't expect them to do in a Warriors game.
oh yeah. Like I never saw this one coming. The original Hyrule Warriors kind of looked meh, not really up my alley, but this one, I mean, sounds like it's got a pretty good story going with it this time. So it has my interest.
Yeah, it might be good, but the better part is I can just watch you guys stream it. Well, I wait, that's on Switch. You guys
That's
need
on
to.
Switch, yeah.
Yeah. We're not there
Okay.
yet.
We're not Cali yet. We're not
Yeah.
Cali level yet.
Yeah, okay. Well, dang it.
What else?
Next thing was they did a large gameplay showcase of Monster Hunter Rise, also for the Switch. Uh, it's pretty interesting. It has a lot of versatility with that new. I think it's called Wire Bug, but it's pretty much just like a grappling hook, like from Sekiro.
It
It
looks pretty
makes
good.
it.
I mean, I'm not very big into Monster Hunter myself, but I can see myself playing that at some point.
Like I played probably 30, 40 hours in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, and
Oh,
maybe more. So I put a solid amount of time into it, and I had a lot of fun with it. But then it got brutally hard, and I couldn't grind, and I didn't have anyone else to help me on PSP, so I just dropped it. And I've just been kind of waiting for Monster Hunter World to drop down and give it a try, even though I heard it's like you can get 200 hours out of that game if you want to.
Easily,
And
yeah.
then they released Iceborne, and I was like, well, they'll do a bundle pack eventually, so I'll just hold off on that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
but I
and
think, but
see,
you can find the. Go ahead, Kali. Sorry.
isn't that one of the games for PS5? If you're a PS Plus member, isn't Monster Hunter World?
I think so. Yeah, I think you're right.
Iceborne or no,
No,
just
not Iceborne,
base
the base
base.
game. Yeah, I think
There you
so.
go. Yeah, I think that's right because yeah, just not Iceborne. They want to sell that kind of similar case with like Persona 5 Royal.
Right, they did the base game. Of course, they're not doing Royal.
Right. They're
but
like, we still want people to buy our game.
yeah, yeah, but I mean the base game. I've seen the base game like at $10, the Monster Hunter World base game. Um, but yeah, but Iceborne is 40 or 30 on sale, so
Yeah.
still pretty expensive for what it is. I guess an expansion. I don't
So
know how long
I
it is though.
so I played Monster Hunter World with some friends that had probably close to 500 to 1,000 hours in the game.
Wow,
And
holy
Holy.
crap!
they tried to get me into it, and I started it, and I tried every weapon type. And for those of you that watched one of my streams today, which we'll talk about later, you'll know that I hated Monster Hunter World. Like I've tried 4 different Monster Hunter games, like one on PSP, one on the Wii, I think one on DS or 3DS, and I tried Monster Hunter World. I hated every single one of them. Like it's clunky, slow, bland. I mean, it's the opposite of what games I play.
Kind that sounds almost just like a game you played.
I wonder which one though. I don't
We'll
remember. I
talk
already
later.
forgot.
We'll talk
I
later.
forgot.
Exactly. Yeah. And the next one up was the showcase for near replicant gameplay.
I'm so excited for that. Oh my God.
I'm
Yeah.
excited about that one as well.
And it looks like they made it more the gameplay feel a little more tight, more responsive for like newer gamers coming to it. Because the original, I'm not going to say the gameplay was bad, but it looked like it was more methodical, maybe. And it seems like with the magic in this one, since you can kind of activate it while you're attacking, you can chain combos and stuff and spells. And looks like it's got a lot more versatility to it.
I'm so excited about that game. Oh my goodness.
You guys got the collector's edition already, right?
I did, yes.
Yeah.
I'm real excited. I had a key fob on my Square Enix account because of Final Fantasy 14, and I was like, I can't buy it at work. No, I have to be home to get my key fob. I was like, no, I need this so bad. But they still had some. I got it. I was stoked. I didn't care about the price. I was like, mine, thanks, bought.
Yeah, I
They
went
did
ahead and got
say
it.
it is coming on April, right? But is that Japan or worldwide?
That's worldwide.
Okay,
Hmm
April
Uh,
13, I think.
I never actually played near. Well, I played the demo for Near Automata, and I enjoyed what I played. And I've never actually played like the original, but I'm excited to give it a try.
I, I,
Cause
I
Yep.
I think the original is good. It's just that the combat in Automata is so fast paced that I guess we got spoiled with that combat.
yeah,
But I think the battle system in the original is fine.
I mean,
I just
yeah, the original. I played it before I played Automata. I went about halfway through it, but then I got stuck on something that was just super hard. But Replicant looks like much faster. It looks more like Automata, so I'm very excited.
yeah, and I'm just kind of worried that like fans will go back and give that a shot and not feel the combat as much as they did in Automata because I know it's a little more uh, uh, old school kind of action RPG, and Automata changes like genre all the time, pretty much.
So Ayonachi says that Monster Hunter is like Dark Souls. He's such a hater. Such a hater.
That's because he's a smart man. He is a
Such a
smart
hater.
man.
They do have very similar mechanics to it. in some parts.
Yep, they play like Castlevania 64. That's what they exactly play like. Hot trash.
Sure, sure.
I always wanted to try that one.
It's bad. Well, actually, if you've played Dark Souls, you played Castlevania 64, you're fine.
Anyways,
Anyway,
Next, says Cyberpunk 2077 explains how they built Night City.
yeah, I was seeing so much stuff about Cyberpunk already.
Mhm.
Come on, give us the game already.
Right. It's like I've seen it so many times. What year did they even announce that? You know?
yeah, a while
wow,
ago.
a while back. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, and by this point, I'm like, Cyberpunk, Cyberpunk, Cyberpunk. It's just something
I
new.
kind of want them to delay it just because.
Now, well, you mean for like PlayStation 5 and all that?
I mean, I just want them to delay it till like summer of next year just to, frustrate people more. Just delay it again.
I don't even care about it by this point. Like at first, I was super excited, but it's just I played The Witcher 2 and I really liked it. It's just I wound up like getting stuck in a cave and I could never get out, and it like checkpointed me or something. I just could never figure my way out. But it was a good game. I never played Witcher 3, but
I want to play Cyberpunk eventually, but there is a certain game on launch that takes priority. It ends with souls at the end.
yeah, yes,
So yeah, I'm playing that first.
yep. I understand that completely.
I don't, but
That's
that's okay.
that's the one I'm the most excited for. But next was Resident Evil Village, which they made the VII moniker, or VII. And there three eyes for 8 out of the village name. So it's Resident Evil
Right.
8.
Yeah. But Village. Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. That was actually pretty clever.
Yeah, that they were like Resident Evil Village is the next game, like way back before they even showed pictures or anything, and somebody made that anagram or something out of it, and I was like, that's really smart. I bet they run with that, and they did. So
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played a Resident Evil I liked in a while. Like 4 was good. And
Mhm.
I liked like the early PlayStation 1 ones, but I don't like getting scared, so I bought the newest one on VR. That's a mistake.
Oh god,
That's a mistake.
that game.
You should
Oh God.
play that on Halloween, like at
No, like
midnight.
let me tell you guys about that. So I haven't played my PSVR in like 2 years. I should probably boot it up again. Like I played a lot of flight games. They're really good. There's this game where you're like you have a gun, the gun peripheral. It's the game that comes with that. That's fun until the giant spiders start jumping at your face. And I'm just like, I can't handle this. Like I had to take the VR headset off. I was like freaking out. I'm like, I can't do this. But Resident Evil 8, like I just went into the house, 7, just went into the
Mhm.
house, just walked in, and I'm like, I know what's gonna happen. Something's gonna jump out and try to kill me, and I'm gonna drop the controller, and like I can't. So I just started opening drawers and stuff to get, and then this thing starts chasing me, and I freak out and die, and like I fall over, and my headset falls off my head. I'm like, Callie does not play horror games. Just note to everyone.
That I was scared to death of that game. Like I don't know why, but it just I don't know. That game's scary, and I've played a lot of horror games in my time, but it's just something about that first person perspective that just makes it so more immersive.
Yeah.
Imagine
And
in VR.
I
No,
know,
that's
I know.
insane. Yeah.
I played it, and then I was like, yeah, no, never doing that ever.
That's insane.
Because like I remember some of those puzzles don't really make any sense in that game, but it's I had to like look up guides just to know where to go and stuff. But I remember trying to look up a guide and like running around trying not to die. I was like, it's gotta be around here somewhere. Looking for part 3 of the key.
Yeah, no.
A
Yeah,
three-headed
it's.
dog or something.
I'm good. Like Resident Evil 4, I think is the peak of the series, and from there it's just kind of it's
It's the more popular, I think. Um,
4 was good.
Definitely.
4 was really
Fi
good.
5 was good. It was the climax that the series needed, but it should have ended there.
Yeah, then the franchise started to be more action than horror actually. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it had all the action for like a perfect climax. Well, spoilers for a lot of it. Yeah. Can't go too much into it, but it had a very big climax with the end of a very iconic character and also included iconic characters kind of in like a rematch. So it was very suiting for the Resident Evil series, I think. Very action packed, but it also had some horror elements in there, and it was a little more on the action side, but it still had some horror to it. And then 6, just oh god, that's a mixed bag of vomit.
Sounds
But
delightful.
yeah, it. Did you ever play 6, Kali?
No, I did not.
That's yeah. You don't have to. You'll do. Save yourself a trip.
I'm
Yeah,
good.
that's not
I'm
worth
good.
it.
I'm not gonna. I think we own it. Let me check my log. I'll check.
what else do we have?
Uh oh, but while I was going with that, 4 is like the most well loved for a lot of people. And people are like, well, this isn't Resident Evil anymore. And I'm like, well, if you look at it, Resident Evil 4 took a large portion in a castle, and then you had these giants, like literal giants, chasing you at parts of the game. And I'm like, it kind of fits. It's like you had trolls chasing you around a castle. So, but anyway, next is oh, it says Resident Evil will focus on more exploration than 7. And then they did the demo for Kingdom Hearts Melody.
Yeah, day one for me. Don't care. Don't care. I don't want to
Gosh.
hear it.
Ugh.
Are you gonna
Day
get?
one for me.
Are you gonna get any special editions if they have them back?
Nah, yeah. I'm Mr. Standard Edition. They call me.
We do not have Resident Evil 6.
Oh, well, shame. uh, Other than that, nothing else about the Kingdom Hearts Melody game, just a demo. So
Yeah,
next
that's
is
releasing November 13, which is my sister's birthday. So I know
oh,
what I'm getting for her.
Oh, really? My birthday is the next day.
Oh, really? The 14? Wow.
Yes.
Cool.
look at Red remembering things.
Once in a while. Once in a
I
while.
I don't remember release dates for crap. I'm just like, oh, that's coming up, right?
Yeah, so Kingdom Hearts, I have a lot of pop vinyls and a lot of the strategy guides, and I own a handful of the games, but music games. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand everything game. It's yeah, I'm interested because it's gonna progress the story somehow, which that's the reason why. I mean, obviously they're including that in the game so that people buy the game. But yeah, I'm sorry. It's Kingdom Hearts. I'm screwed with that franchise.
Got it. It's like me and Cold Steel. I'm like, I don't care. Buying it. Let's go.
Yeah, I need to. I have them all except 3, but I haven't made it past. Let's see, 358 over 2 days.
No, you gotta
Mm,
play the recent ones.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
need to.
did you play two?
I played 2.
Okay, you played two. Okay,
Yeah,
you know what to expect then. If you play two, you know what to expect from three, I guess. I think two
and
is better, but
I've
really
only
want to.
I played like 3/4 of the first one, and it doesn't. It's the only one
yeah,
I've
the
played.
first one didn't age well. I love it because I have a lot of nostalgia for it, but I can see its flaws, and I think two though it's very fast paced.
Hmm. They took that reaction command and just made it so much more fluid for the combat.
so much. And those games, I like those games as well because they, I mean, the final mix versions, they have so much post content. Like
Mm-hmm.
when you bet the game, like super bosses and a lot of stuff to do that. Sometimes they take more time to beat than the actual story because they're so damn hard.
Yeah, like the first game has like 5 super bosses, maybe more, right?
Yeah. You have, if it is the final mix version, you have, you can fight Sephiroth and you can fight like some titans
Yeah, the
and it's
Titans.
usually they also do like super bosses that you don't know who they are because they're teasing the next game through those bosses.
Oh yeah.
You, yeah, so that's something I also like, and they did that in Kingdom Hearts 3 as well. So we have well, we only have like teasing bits of what's coming next, but you're never sure. And they're actually mixing um the Final Fantasy universe back into the Kingdom Hearts universe. Looks like
Oh
like
yeah.
like Noctis is gonna be um part of the story.
That's interesting. I wonder how that will tie in with the ending of Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah,
But
the
I
thing
like,
is
I
that
haven't beaten it, so
yeah, I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but
yeah,
I'm just curious.
it's gonna be interesting. Yeah.
You should beat it, Kali.
yeah, I maybe someday.
Just go through the story. You don't have to do the side quest or nothing. Just story's okay as long as you. All I did was watch Kingsglaive, and it made sense to me.
I've watched
And
Kingsglaive. I've watched the anime. Yeah,
well, that's too much of a time investment. I think
I
they
did
asked way
those.
too much for that game, though. For like all the media for it. I'm like, I just want my game.
Speaking of, what's the next Tokyo Game Show thing?
Oh, game, yeah. Scarlet Nexus and how it's incorporating RPG elements alongside its action.
The game looks good.
It
I don't know
does.
when it's coming out, but it looks good.
It's got a very interesting design because like the characters look very anime-ish, and then it adds like some realism to like the monsters and stuff, and makes it kind of almost horror looking. Very creative imaginations of the monsters and characters in that game.
That's one of the games that caught my attention. It appears first, I think, in a state of play, right? Scarlet
Yeah,
Nexus. I mean,
probably. It was right around that time.
yeah, that's one of the games that I mean, at least the art style resembles something like Astral Chain, maybe, or God Eater, or something like that.
Yeah, its graphics are phenomenal and the character design's well done. So it has my attention. Unique style to it. If it was a day one release, then it would probably be up there for me.
So what else we got?
Near Reincarnation gets a Western release announcement. That's the mobile game.
Right.
Yeah, I
But nobody
mean,
cares.
Yeah,
yeah.
along with Nino Cooney Cross Worlds.
I don't know, guys. I mean, don't you guys have phones?
I mean, I use phones for texting and for calling people.
I use.
Sometimes.
I don't know if I've played a game on my phone in a long time.
I mean, I throw my phone sometimes. I mean, I don't do that with my PlayStation, but if that shows any love for it.
Yeah, don't throw your PlayStation.
There's a market for mobile gaming, but I'm not in that market, unfortunately.
Yeah. Um,
The medium.
Next. Yep, the medium. The medium composers explain how the games uses next gen tech for sound. I didn't pay any attention to that. That game looks very interesting, but it it's got to be executed perfectly, or else that's going to be a very it's going to be a mess to play.
I mean, out of the Xbox exclusives, I think that's the one I'm more interested in. I mean, it looks really weird, but in a good way. I,
Yeah,
I have
if
to see
they
more about it. Yeah.
if they pull it off, it'll be good. Like, I'd say very good. Just it's if they can pull it off. That's some very difficult mechanics to manage. Beyond Two Souls kind of did kind of something like that. Y'all ever play that?
I have not,
I
no.
have not, yeah, but I get what you're saying because, I mean, yeah, you have like these two different realities, right? And
Mm-hmm.
that's you can, I mean, if you're a developer, you can do so many puzzles and stuff with that. That's gonna be really interesting how they implement that, as you say.
Mm-hmm. Beyond Two Souls was very ambitious and it has a good story to it. It's just it kind of had a poor execution and it's hard. That's something very hard to do on a console like that. So it's just if they can pull it off, it'll be good. Next, latest fall visual novel game gets a gorgeous new trailer. I don't think anybody's excited about that.
I actually played my first visual novel game today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Aegis Rim, the 13
Oh,
Sentinels. Yeah, it's my
that's not
first.
really.
Oh yeah, it's a visual
Th-
It's
novel.
close.
That's so technically
Has
that's what that strategy RPG with visual novel elements.
It's like
Yeah.
90% visual novel, 10% actual gameplay.
Oh, they said that there's like a battle section that you can do all the battles like back to back if you wanted.
Be great when I get there, but 3 hours in, I haven't hit it yet. Still in the tutorial, 3 hours in.
Wow. I mean, I like Vanillaware. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
at some point I'll
Oh
try
yeah,
it.
the combat is great.
I've got it in there. I just forgot to bring it in here.
Did you play it today, Nick?
No, you beat
You
me
haven't
to
tried
it,
that
so
yet, Nick?
you beat me to it, Kali. So I
Uh,
decided to stream something else.
All
Plus, I was
right.
planning on streaming uh, Fate Extella, the Umbral Star, but figured out they have blocked story scenes, and I'm like, it's a Warriors
that's
game.
so disappointing. Yeah.
Like, why would you block story scenes in a Warriors game, especially when a lot of them are just still shots with text? It's not going, it's more of like a visual novel at a lot of points. So, why are you going to, you didn't put that much effort into the story. Why are you trying not to spoil it?
Right.
That happened to me with Grand Kingdom and with Tales of Berseria and I think Setsteria as well.
Grand Kingdom?
Yeah, Grand Kingdom.
I've played that game. There's like nothing to that.
Yeah, had you streamed that game?
Yeah, I've played it. I never tried streaming it or
Oh,
nothing.
right, yeah, but I mean, you right away you'll get a block scene. So that's I wanted to try it because I played the game on my own at some
Yeah,
point and I remember having fun with it. But yeah, it's unfortunate.
that's a hard game to get into.
It is, but it's fun once you get it.
I never played like the online or anything, so. Um,
Got it.
but the next topic is the Xbox Series S is already reduced in price in Japan.
Really? How much?
$28.
It's really interesting.
That's interesting given that you can't
Hmm.
buy one in the US or sold out everywhere.
Right. And I think that's just to make it more appealing to the Japanese market because they're kind of diehard PlayStation fans over there, more than likely. Because I mean, it's Xbox never really took off over there, so they're probably
Yeah,
trying to
why
win
would
over
they?
more.
It's a very nationalist country, so they were gonna support Nintendo and Sony, which are their companies. They don't want to support Microsoft. So,
And I'd rather support Sony and Nintendo
yeah,
than
same.
Microsoft, but Well, that it's not the feeling isn't mutual. Well, I mean mutual that we want to support them, just not our own. But anyway, that's my take on that. Next is the Microsoft Flight Simulator to add Japan World update next week.
They're
Oh boy.
yeah, for I mean for people who like that stuff, it is amazing. Like for example, my brother-in-law, he's really into simulating like airplanes and helicopters and everything like that. And yeah, he's so excited about this. It looks great, to be honest. I'm just the kind of guy who prefers like um, arcade things, unless it is Gran Turismo, I guess. But yeah, but for people who want something, as close as reality as possible for planes, that's insane.
Yeah, like Grid's a little more realistic. I think that's the one your tires get damaged, your car turns a certain way depending on the tire or something. Anyway, it was too realistic for me. I was like, "Oh, this sounds awesome," and then actually get to playing it. I'm like, "Oh, this is not that great. This is not not what I was wanting." But Microsoft Flight Simulator does look amazing, and it's based off of Google Maps, right?
I think so.
I
Yeah,
think so, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you can pretty much like go anywhere. So that would be cool because
What is really interesting to me is that they take into consideration um, everything that's happening like live. If there is a hurricane, for example, I don't know, in the Atlantic, you can go with your plane and look at the hurricane and enter the hurricane, that stuff
oh
like
wow,
that. Yeah, it's insane when you think about
they'll have plenty of opportunities if they go back through this year.
it. Yeah, no, no,
Yep, sure will.
It's been a heck of a year.
yeah, it's good. It's been interesting in that sense as well.
hmm Uh, Next was just another exclusive trailer for the medium, introducing key characters. I didn't watch that one. Gigabash characters. I skipped through that, and that's well, Microsoft did like a little commercial for its X Cloud. It's calling it now. They said that's not the final name, but it's their cloud streaming service. And I heard that they were going to pair that in with their Xbox Game Pass, like for no additional charge. If you get Xbox Ultimate Game Pass or whatever, it's included, and you can just like plug it into a phone and play your Xbox games on your phone as long as you have like Wi-Fi. You can even download it to your phone if I understood correctly.
Yeah,
I respect that. It's
xCloud is really cool. It's a great idea. I'll never use it, but I know a lot of people that will. Like it's really really cool concept.
I mean, if I could take my console games with me, I mean, I've yet to get a Switch, but that's like the main appeal of the Switch, you know. You can just take it wherever. Like
mhm.
that's otherwise everybody be expecting some PlayStation 4 graphics.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, if I could take my PlayStation 4 games with me, I would. And you can play it on your. I think Sony will probably try to follow suit with something like this maybe one
I
day.
doubt it. I doubt it.
Well, Sony hasn't tried anything in the handheld market. Maybe that's why they won't try it because
Yeah, I mean,
they got so burned with the
even
Vita.
though even though the beat is great, we all know what happened with the beta. So
Yeah, it was a commercial failure.
But I mean, Xbox is probably about to win a lot of people over with that subscription because it's supporting games like Gears 5 and Soul Calibur 6 to be played on your phone as long as you got like a controller, if I understand correctly. And now there's probably still a lot of issues that they have to iron out and still early beta, but it looks like they'll probably beat out the Stadia and,
no, for
my
sure.
might went out against the uh, Steam one, the Shield or whatever. That's GeForce something.
Yeah, I
I
think
know.
xCloud's going to be massive because they already have 15 million Game Pass subscribers.
Right.
Yeah,
And you just pair that with like the people on Xbox, they're like, oh, well, I can take my games on the go. Why would I play anything else? You know?
There's actually rumor that they're going to allow xCloud capability on the Switch, which would be amazing.
Mm,
Yep, yep.
I mean, like we said the other day, I mean, if you're a parent, you're a casual gamer, you don't care about exclusives. I mean, Xbox is a great deal with Game Pass. The value you
mhm,
get for your money is insane.
yeah.
If you care about exclusives though, and JRPGs and some other stuff, then yeah, that's when you actually have to think about it. Um,
That kind
it's really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that I mean they've got the subscription based thing, but that kind of brings us to our next topic, kind of the Bethesda.
Bethesda, oh boy. So
Yeah.
I actually do not like Bethesda games, like any of them, like none. So when I saw this, I was like, wow, that's really cool for people that are fans of Xbox, but like I didn't, it doesn't affect me because I don't play their games.
I mean, I want to
Right.
play Elder Scrolls 6 whenever that comes out, for example, and
Mm-hmm.
I wonder now if that's gonna be an exclusive or not. Um,
Um,
Probably not, but
Oh, I bet it will be. You
it's
know it
it's
will be.
it's up to them. They said that some of the games are gonna be exclusives. Some of they'll probably pick um,
well,
whatever they want. So, and
yeah,
it makes sense if they bought the company, then why not make them exclusive? That's what's the point then if you don't do that?
absolutely. I mean, they won freaking Doom. They won the Elder Scrolls Fallout,
Right.
uh, Evil Within.
Mm-hmm.
What else is there? I mean, they've won some pretty big titles in that
Pray,
little bio.
pray, don't forget
Pray.
pray.
Well, I never really got into that,
Yeah, no
but
one did. That's why it's gone.
okay. But the thing is, like, PlayStation's been building up its exclusive catalog for years, and it's got several studios under its wing already. And it's like Microsoft's like, we have Elder Scrolls, and PlayStation's like, and we have everything else.
So the thing is that what's interesting to me is that they also have Obsidian, right? The company, the creators of the Outer Worlds,
Hmm.
And New
and I think I
Vegas.
think Fallout New Vegas was done by them as well, right? If I'm
I
Yes,
think
yes.
so, yes, which was
so
my
so
favorite.
there's rumors already of a Fallout New Vegas too.
Ooh.
So yeah, stuff like that I think is gonna happen.
I'm not gonna lie, I am a PlayStation fanboy, but like I would miss the Elder Scrolls and everything if they went to being an exclusive.
So you guys know as well as I do, Skyrim. So here's the thing, Skyrim will now be on Game Pass, so you will be paying for Skyrim every day forever,
Again.
forever. Skyrim will be on your things you're paying for still. I remember when Skyrim came out for PS3 and it was a collector's edition and I couldn't get it because it was sold out everywhere and it ran like trash in the PS3. I ended up
Oh, come on. It
I
was
oh
fantastic.
so bad. I played
It
it on
was.
Steam for
It
like
fried my PlayStation 3, so
oh, I played it on Steam for like 50 hours. That's the only Bethesda game that I've actually played. And then I was like, okay, I'm done now, thanks. And that's the only Bethesda game I ever played that I cared about, and I barely cared about it.
it was fun. I love those games, but I never beat any of them.
Does
I
anybody?
just I don't know. Did you, Rad?
No, I mean I just play like when I play Elder Scrolls, I just create my story. I just go in one direction and see. Sometimes I find a dragon. Sometimes I just find an useless quest. So it's just whatever happens. I usually don't aim for the main story
Hmm.
on those games because it is just a sandbox.
Now,
Um,
I got a fun memory about Morrowind, the third game. That when I was in high school, I knew somebody that when they were first talking about it, they're like, yeah, I've got like 1,800 hours in Morrowind. I'm like, what the hell is this game? So I went and looked it up. I'm like, this is like, why? So I don't get it. I'm not a fan of ultra open world games because there's no goal. So
Well, there is a goal. It's just it. I don't know. Everything else is so much more fun to play. So you're like, why would I bother that when I have? Well, it's a kid with who is easily distracted. It's like his worst nightmare because he will never finish it.
Yeah. I mean, and if you play on PC, for example, which is not my case, you have so many mods for Skyrim, for example. I mean, in theory, if you love Skyrim and you have a PC, you will not play anything else because you have so many mods, so many I mean, you will put like thousands of hours into that game.
Yeah, it's. I know my buddy. He should have had the platinum because he played Skyrim long enough that his like disk cracked inside of his system. He just literally wore it out.
So one thing cool about Elder Scrolls that I learned this week is that the original, I don't know which, I think it was Morrowind that came out on the original Xbox. They came out and said that the only reason it was able to work on that system with super long load times is between certain areas, they would literally restart your console with keeping the image on the screen. That way they could refresh the RAM so it would have enough to load the next area.
Ah, really?
Yep,
Holy
I
crap.
heard that on a
That's
Spawn
insane.
Wave this week. Yeah.
That's crazy. But I never only reason I really got into those games was like PlayStation 3 had like a couple years where it was like a dry spell of JRPGs and I was like, well, what do I play now? And then I found Western RPGs. So I picked up Skyrim and Fallout was good. And I mean, I played Oblivion a lot. I enjoyed the games, they're fun, but I never felt any compelling reason to finish them. You know, it's just it was fun to play at the time, and then I moved on to something else. Only Western RPG I've ever finished, besides Fable, which you can't really count, I don't think, because a lot of people can finish Fable, but uh, was Dragon Age. That was the only one I ever completed. I mean,
Inquisition?
I've completed finished all the Dragon Age
All of
games.
them, okay.
I probably could have completed Dragon Age 1 because if I had it all on one console, but I played it across PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, uh, and my computer. I beat that game 8 times. So,
Wow. Okay, so Bethesda, uh, for our chat and for you guys, does the Microsoft acquisition of Bethesda make you want to buy an Xbox Series X?
it's leaning me in that direction some. It's making it definitely a more appealing, but the thing is, Xbox still doesn't have any exclusives. And it's going to be probably years more until they get any. While PlayStation already has its list, it's just Xbox is still playing catch up.
I think I want both consoles, especially the way they're doing it when you don't have to pay upfront for the console. Because I was I was doing math the other day, and I think I would be spending way less by playing only exclusives on the PS5 and then play everything else on the Xbox. So um, I'm considering it at least. So yeah.
Microsoft definitely has the better Game Pass and stuff model, but as far as exclusives go, I mean, PlayStation wins.
Cool. Looks like the chat kind of agrees.
But yeah, exactly. But if I do that, I will buy both, not the Xbox over the PS5, right? So
Yeah.
all
I
right,
know. I know. She says, I don't think Microsoft will make all of their games exclusives. Almost all of the Bethesda games I want to play will put them on PC, and I'd rather play on PC.
right.
So,
That's the thing, right? Sometimes we say exclusive, but sometimes exclusive mean on one console and PC.
yeah.
And so if you have a PC, then sometimes it doesn't make sense to get an Xbox.
Master Race, what? No, I
Yeah.
have crap PC, so.
Any other things you want to talk about with Bethesda?
Not
Uh,
here. We can talk about the PS5 and Xbox release games.
Okay,
yeah.
let's switch over to that topic. I'll run that one. So since we're still, let's look at the Xbox first because let's be honest, we're still talking about Bethesda. Let's talk about the
Hmm.
Xbox. So I'll go one by one and we'll discuss. So the first game I see on the list is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Is there any interest in that from you guys?
Eventually, not right away.
The series died to me when it killed off a certain main character.
Yeah, I don't think it's Assassiny anymore. I mean, you
No.
guys know how much I uh, absolutely, you guys know how much I absolutely hated what they did to Ghost of Sushi. So I think I'm good on Assassin's Creed.
But the
I,
la- the last games like Origins and Odyssey, they were more RPGs than they were more close to something like The Witcher 3 than previous Assassin's Creed games. It was really interesting the way they're doing the games now, and I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll have to wait what they do with Valhalla, but it looks like that's the trend they're doing with the games now. Is they're gonna be more like Western RPGs than anything else.
yeah, I kind of don't like it. Like, I watched my buddy play through like almost the entire majority of Odyssey, and it's RPG. Like, if you're out leveled by a couple levels, you cannot kill a guy pretty much. They will murder you. Levels play a big role, and I'm not into that when like it's set in a realistic setting. You can't tell me you're gonna stab a guy in like medieval armor. Just, I don't know, like like a normal person in a normal, supposedly normal world. You stab a guy in the neck and he still lives. I'm like, I mean, I guess the guy from that movie Lawless did, but
Yeah, so the next game I haven't heard of. It's called Bright Memory. Um, I don't know anything about it.
it's a shooter, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, moving on. Dirt 5 will be on there. Uh,
Oh wow.
Let's go.
yeah, Dirt 5. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. FIFA
what
21,
what is
surprise to
dirt?
nobody. So yeah, what is Dirt? It's a
Hey,
racing
hey,
game.
careful. Nah, I'm kidding. I don't care about FIFA either.
Fortnite will be on release day for Xbox. I'm sure all of our chat cares about that.
The goat.
Yeah. God, winner, chicken dinner.
Mm.
Let's see. Sorry, I had to. I had to. Gears Tactics, actually. That
That
looks not
that's
That
bad.
actually
yeah.
something I will play. Yeah,
That looks very interesting. It's like XCOM kind of in the
right.
Gears. I'm like, that's everything I could ask for from XCOM. So
The next one looks like Marvel's Avengers will be on there, which I'm
Without
good.
Spider-Man.
You know,
woo.
here's the interesting part. When I bought my laptop, I got a Steam key for that game. I probably should go activate it before it expires. Um, I got that and some downloadable stuff, and I'm like, oh yay, Marvel's Avengers. Maybe eventually they'll patch everything and it'll be nice and it'll be good to have a free game. Because I love the Marvel series, I really do. I
Yeah.
mean, I love the Ultimate Alliance games, they're really fun. So the next one looks like Observer System Redux. I don't even know what the hell that is. Uh,
That
The
sounds like a remaster or something.
No idea. Tetris Effect connected. That's another. Yep. Woo, Tetris! Yay! Let's go.
Is
Yeah.
that a new game?
No, it's a one that was on PlayStation, I think.
What is that?
Tetris.
Tetris. What is that? I wonder.
Did you know what Tetris is? Oh my God. Get get out. Okay, the Falconeer, which actually doesn't look bad. I'm kind of interested in that to the point to where I might actually pick it up.
I've seen lots of like ads on Twitter about it, and it looked interesting. It's like an air combat game.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have any games for Series X that, like, we're not buying any day one, but that one, I'm like, this looks neat. I might pick this up.
I never actually watched any gameplay of it, but the cover art looked interesting.
So the next game, Watch Dogs Legion, I'm sure everybody cares about that too.
Woo.
I
Hey,
played
I think Hope cares about that.
It
I
looks
play
interesting.
I played like maybe 4 or 5 hours of the first game, and I was like, this is not what I thought I was buying. And
Right.
the last Xbox game that's day one is one that I'm very upset about because I refuse to play this on Xbox. I refuse. I
I
will
know that.
wait.
I know that one.
I will wait until it's on PS5
Oh,
because
she's such a hater, Callie. Such a hater.
I don't care. I don't care. Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Yeah, that's actually very surprising. I wonder how. I mean, obviously it's about money, but they went from being Sony exclusives to being time exclusives for Xbox. I guess.
It's
I
called
guess.
Money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Money.
Money.
People, they were like, "Hey, these people have invested like 10 games or something, if you count the prequels, the remakes, and everything into this series. There's no way they'll jump off now. If we can get this one."
Yeah,
Oh,
I really I really want to play that, but I own all the PS4 ones, which you can own the entire series on
right.
PS4. All of it.
Everything is
Yep,
either new or remaster, right?
all of them. Yeah, I own
Yeah.
all of them on PS4. So I as per purpose of how I am, I will not buy it even though we're getting a Series X. It's on the way.
Hater.
I'm not buying it for Xbox Series X. Okay, so now we move on to the superior system, the PS5, with its 7.5. Actually, did you guys see that it's like peak I/O on that system's going to be like 17 gigabytes a second? With some news article I saw, I gotta find it for Aubin time tomorrow. It's stupid.
It's ridiculous. Yeah,
It's
ridiculously
it's
fast.
like how that's not possible. I have a like the top of the line that you could buy for my computer like today, SSD in my computer, 3.5 gigabytes a second. It's super fast. This is so dumb. Okay, anyway, PS5 is also getting Assassin's Creed. Also don't care. It's fine. But they're giving my Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, which I'm gonna pick that up because I did not play the original Spider-Man, and I think they're gonna do a good job with it.
I like Spider-Man, so I might pick him up one day.
The next one everybody gets for free. That's Astro's Playroom.
Oh.
Right, yeah.
I don't want to talk about this next game, but I have to because it's alphabetical order, and it's Demon Souls.
Let's go!
God, I just after I played Dark Souls today for the first time. And now that I've played that, I can say that I will never buy Demon Souls ever. No chance. No chance.
I know you won't try it again, Collie, but I think most people enjoy it better the second time.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
sure.
I like rage quit my first time too.
You don't
And it was
understand. Like you guys really don't understand. If I don't understand why people like a game that has Castlevania 64 mechanics.
Because you were expecting Nier Automata.
No.
And
I was
it's not
expecting
Nier
a game.
Automata.
No. I was expecting a game that actually had decent controls and had a purpose, and it's just
Oh, it all
it's
has a purpose.
terrible.
It
It's
has a
so
purpose.
bad. It's
Has
probably
a purpose.
it is the worst PlayStation 4 game that I have played. Period.
Kali, there's a method to the madness.
Callie's so
Yes,
triggered. Yeah.
you have no idea. I hated it so much that I went and made a DJ mix just to calm myself down after how upset I was at that piece of absolute trash, garbage fire, abomination to humanity
Are
that
we
I
talking
played.
about? Are we talking about Time and Eternity or something like that? Because
I would rather play.
sometimes
Tracia?
You don't
if
understand.
yeah,
Draken?
I would rather.
Draken, yeah,
I would.
Tracia.
I would. I would rather play Time and Eternity like 10 times before I have to play Dark Souls one more time.
Oh man, that's so funny.
She's clearly meaning to say Dragoneer's Arya.
Let's save the rest of the
Jesus.
conversation for
Okay,
the
fine, fine.
yeah.
You guys are excited. We know that. Okay. Destruction All Stars. Anybody care about that?
What is that?
It's
Oh
the
yeah,
Wrestling game?
Rocket League with skaters and
right.
stuff.
The other
Oh.
yeah, exactly.
Oh. That's all I'm saying.
Cool. The next one, which I'm going to be waiting for a physical, even though I'd love to play this on launch weekend. Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition.
That's I mean the game looks amazing
I
on
know.
PlayStation 4. I can't imagine it looking any better.
Mhm.
I'm so excited. I'm gonna, as soon as that physical comes out, I'll stream the shit out of it. I'm very excited for that. Of course they get Fortnite. Who cares?
Ooh, let's go.
Godfall. That's interesting.
That's a game I want to wait until I see gameplay before I decide what I'm gonna do.
Who is the developer for that anyway?
Oh, I forgot.
Epic? No. I forget.
I'm not sure.
It looked mediocre when I saw the gameplay, and
Yeah, I
eh.
mean, counterplay games. Yeah, when I saw it, the trailer, the gameplay trailer they showed, I wasn't too excited about it because it felt to me like like the enemies were just there waiting for you to hit them, like that kind of game. But I don't know, it looked like an alpha to me as well. So
Yeah,
so
kind of.
maybe I'm still giving them the benefit of the doubt until I see more gameplay from the actual game. So we'll see. But
It kind of reminds me of like. It makes me think of like Bound by Flame for the PlayStation 4. They're kind of trying to be the first RPG on there so that somebody will buy it.
I mean, it's a looter stabber.
Yeah, it looks good. The graphics, anyway.
And I think the list is a little short because I thought there was more on the list. I'll have to check later. But Sackboy, that's one of the ones I'm picking up. I already have pre-ordered the standard edition, but there's a collector's edition that has a plush. And you guys know me, I'm gonna get it. It's gonna be a thing. More shit in my office. I don't have space. I should take a video of my office so you guys could see how full of stuff it is. There's so much game. My games aren't even hardly in here. It's just figures and collector's editions and posters and stuff.
we
That's
need a
right.
game room video then.
I should do that.
A tour de room.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I should do that. So what do you guys think about Sackboy? It looks fun. It's multiplayer.
Oh yeah.
I will play that. Yeah, I mean, sure.
I mean, I like games like that as long as it's not like you have to collect 200 orbs or something to get one precursor orb or something to get to the next area. I mean, I love Jack and Daxter, but it was a collectathon through and through, and I'm not into that anymore.
So I thought that was everything that was coming out, but I might have missed some. This website, that's all I had listed. I thought there was more. Anyway, don't forget that if you have PlayStation Plus, you also get Battlefield 1, Batman Arkham Knight, Bloodborne, Days Gone, Detroit Become Human, Fallout 4, Final Fantasy 15, God of War, Infamous Second Son, Last Guardian, The Last of Us, Monster Hunter World, Mortal Kombat X, Persona 5, Ratchet and Clank, Resident Evil 7, Uncharted 4, and Until Dawn. for
I
free.
actually just realized that I haven't played that Ratchet and Clank game specifically, so
It's
that's
a
something
good
I
What?
want to
one.
play.
It's
Yeah,
It's
really good.
I
I've only played some of the PS3 ones, but I've never played that one.
you did
Is that a
you
remake of the first one?
mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you play the PS2 games?
No, I've only played. Let's see. I think it
A
was
Crack in
like
Time
All
or
for
something?
One and A
Oh,
Crack on Time
yeah.
and Full Frontal. All of those, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I know this is gonna sound weird, but the one that I'm most excited for people to get to play for free is Infamous Second Son. I
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
love Infamous. I've played all of them to death. They were a phenomenal series.
So that means you like all the Soccer Punch games, right?
Uh, okay, all right, guys. I loved Ghost of Tsushima, except for the end of the story. The game is still. I've reconciled. It's my second favorite open world game. No, third favorite of all time. Third favorite.
That's really high in your list, then. That's cool.
Yep. I bet. So my second favorite, of course, is Horizon because it's amazing. First favorite, Xenoblade Chronicles X, of course. I mean, that
Oh,
is the best.
oh. So
I
I
could
think
stream that now. Oh my
do
God,
you,
I could stream that.
do you count? Oh, do you count that as an open world game?
It's probably the most
Yeah.
open of all
Yeah.
Xenoblades.
I will
Yeah.
say semi. Yeah. I can see that as an open world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
let's let's go with that.
So I think that, with the PlayStation Plus collection, I think Sony is really, they're pushing hard to be able to get people to buy their stuff. So
Hmm.
that's my 2 cents about that. What do you guys think?
Yeah. Um, I think so.
I think they're pushing hard for you to get the PS Plus, of course. It makes more sense to get it now if you're not playing at least like 2 or 3 games from that list. I bet most people haven't played at least half of them. Because even though they're mainstream games, I mean that's uh, if it costs money, so yeah. And yeah, I mean what are you guys getting? I mean, if you're getting a PS5 or if you were to get one, out of that list, what would you get?
I mean,
Demon Souls.
you guys are getting Demon Souls, so there's no doubt. I'm getting Sackboy. That's like the only one I really wanted to play out of the list, and Spider-Man, just
What about
because.
what about the chat? What do you guys think about the PS5 launch game, or the Xbox like launch games? Which games would you get if you had the chance, like right away? That's something. It
So
doesn't have to
this,
be exclusive. It could be
guys,
like
this is actually really big news. I was checking Twitter.
what happened?
Lane was right. They've already put a age rating on Final Fantasy 16, which means it's coming out soon. It's
What
it's
really?
uh it's mature rated.
Let's go.
Oh,
Let's go. I
that's
want blood.
crazy.
Lane was right.
Yeah.
Which
Gi-
when they rate games, that means they're gonna be out in
give
like the
me
next
yeah.
6 to 8 months.
Give me gore. Give me nudity. Demonetize.
No, but seriously, guys, this is huge because if they've confirmed a rating, that means it's gonna be out in 2021. That's incredible.
Yeah, I saw rumors about that, and that's crazy if it is. They did seem like they had a lot of the gameplay nailed down.
That's amazing. It's an email from Square, unless someone faked it. Now, if someone faked this, well, let's have 1.1K retweets.
Wow.
Oh boy, these comments they're really bad. Oh, everybody's like Final Fantasy 16. That's my favorite comment.
That's funny.
It's so good.
Top
Yeah,
comment.
top comment. I'm gonna like that one.
um,
Uh,
Thing is though, like this will
yeah,
be the first rated M Final Fantasy game.
yeah, that's huge, and it's
That's
PS5
crazy.
exclusive, and that
But I
means
mean, I bet it's like a light M rating if there's such a thing. Like probably because of I don't know things like the blood scene in the trailer and
Hmm.
stuff like that. That's already um something to to rate the game as M, but I don't think they're going like full M on that game, like games like The Witcher or something like that.
I'm so
Oh yeah.
excited for 16. God, it's gonna be such a good game. There's too many good games coming out. I don't have time.
The story will be good, probably.
I mean, Yoshi
I think
P
the
is making
story will be
it,
good.
so it's Yoshi
Yeah,
P. It's Yoshi P.
I have faith. Yeah.
they got the DMC combat coordinator guy, so it'll be fun. I just don't think it'll be as strategic, probably, as like the old Final Fantasy games. I think it's going to be more on your feet. You may not have control of your party members again. They fixed that eventually in Final Fantasy 15, didn't they?
I didn't really get too far into 15. You're asking the
I
wrong
think they,
person.
I think they did, but I'm just kind of worried. If it was a single player game, it would be pretty solid, but then it would be lacking the party member, the Final Fantasy element of the game, and then if you throw those in there, I could see that being very chaotic, and I don't know. It just looks like the combat is a detour from. I mean, the entire Final Fantasy franchise is a detour from what it started as, but it just seems like it's getting further and further away from its turn-based roots.
Do you guys
Okay,
think it's
so
gonna be open world again?
I don't know.
I don't see them. They'll probably do like a world map, but they'll after the backlash they got off the last game, they'll probably try to do something a little more traditional.
I mean, they're trying. They went back to medieval, so I guess they're trying to, on some aspects, at least to go back to the roots, as of Final Fantasy. But yeah, it's so many. Yes, I have so many questions about that game that weren't
So
answered.
it's a provisional rating, but still, that's it means it's coming out sooner than we thought. It's very exciting.
That's crazy.
Hmm.
I didn't see it happening.
Actually, what I didn't see happening is that Lane is the one that sent it to me.
Oh,
Lane of all people.
did he find it? He found it on Twitter, didn't he?
Yeah, he found it on Twitter like 10 minutes
Man,
ago,
he
tagged
hates
me in it.
Twitter, doesn't he?
That's our boy. That's our boy. He's upping his game.
Actually, he's been using Twitter quite a bit. I mean, now
Oh,
that
I
he's
know.
Very
realized.
proud. I'm very
So
proud right now.
if you follow gamers and only follow gamers and gaming content, it's like the absolute best thing for gaming news. It's fantastic.
Mhm.
So Lane went from I'd rather put my thumb on a toilet to using Twitter like crazy in about a month or something like that, I think.
Yep, because he
Yep.
realized it's not that bad.
Yeah. Interesting, yeah. So proud.
Yeah, I'm so proud of him. He's growing up. It's a tear in my eyes. Okay, so I think that's the main topics we had. I think that Nick down there is very excited to talk about that book, so why don't you go ahead?
Oh. Yeah. This is the Devil Survivor official material collection, and it has like all the character artwork of the game, the character portraits, and all that. Their different emotions, the sketches. Well, you can't see that, but anyway, it's got like all the demon compendium in here, the fusions, the like the real life areas it's based off of. It's got interviews with the developers. It's got everything on the game, and it's pretty awesome. I did like a little unboxing video that took way too long, but if you feel like seeing through it, it's on there, and I made a funny thumbnail if you haven't seen it yet. So
I like that.
and I will be getting a setup like Kali eventually because it didn't work too well, but we made it happen.
So I gotta say, my internet has been, I don't know, it's been just not happy with me. Like
Craptastic.
I've had, like it died last night and it died today during stream. Like, I don't know what's going on. I pay for gigabit internet, but it seems like it's down more than it should be.
Yeah, that's really weird, actually.
Hmm.
Re- really unfortunate. How many? Yeah, I think like 2 streams in the last 3 days or something.
Yeah, they've dropped signal. Anyway, so let's talk about what we've been playing. Chat, think of some stuff you'd like to ask us. Do the thing.
Yeah, go
Do it.
go. You have any questions for us for the Q&A? Feel free to send them right now.
Yeah, I didn't die while I play Dark Souls. Of course not. It's
Let's
because
go back to that topic.
I.
Okay, let's go back to that topic.
All
I
right.
want to hear.
Okay.
I want to
All
hear
right.
how.
All right. All right. So
I won't
I.
interrupt you at all.
All right.
I just
Yeah.
want you to express your frustration.
Yes.
So
Kali rant.
I.
Begin. Now.
Okay.
Start.
Hold
This
on.
time.
Hold on. So I actually, after the Aegis Rim stream, I went and turned off all our internet for like 10 minutes, plugged all of it back in, and then it seemed to work fine. I say that, but this stream has had 0.4% dropped frames, so it's not perfect. Yes, 0.4%. I know, it bothers me. It doesn't bother you guys. Probably didn't even notice. Anyway, I played Dark Souls today for the first time. I got to the boss that has like before you get your sword, and I was like trying to hit him with the hilt, and I'm like, this is bullshit. Why in the world would a game developer make you? This is so awful. Why do you guys like this game? It's trash. And then I died a few times. I'm like, okay, look around the room, and I started like blowing up all the things. I'm like, oh, there's a door. Okay. So I go through the door, get the shield, get the sword. I still almost die because I accidentally use my items. Because in what game do they make your item use button square? What kind of moron, idiot programmers make like every other game that's attack? That is attack. That is not item use. It's stupid. They need to die on a fire. So I wasted like all of my good stuff. Yeah, thanks, Gravity. I appreciate it. It's so kind of you. The only reason I played it is because of you, actually, because you wanted me to get it. So I get farther in the game, and I get to this part where Rad or Nick or somebody's like, "Go down the stairs, fight the big night guy," and he like one shots me.
I'm a good
And
friend.
yeah, and I get
That
to
was not me.
the tower boss. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm dead now." Like, guys, the game, like, there's literally no redeeming quality to that game. It plays like it's on the Nintendo 64. Its its combat mechanics feels like Morrowind, like back on the original Xbox. You just slice, you don't even see anything. It just hits the enemies and just doesn't. Your attacks have no like weight when you hit things. It doesn't feel like you're actually hitting anything. Like the game is just complete and utter trash. So it is my least favorite game that I own on PlayStation 4, no doubt. I don't know if I own a worse game.
It,
I will never play it again. It's never gonna go back in my system. It's terrible and I hate it. I hate everything about it. And the people that love it, I'm sorry, you guys are incorrect.
it is so
Hey,
Done.
funny
but
because. Go ahead, Nick. Go ahead.
I'm just. She said you said your attacks had no weight. Why didn't you try two handing?
Okay, let's pause.
No,
Let's pause for a second, okay? Like when you slash something, like I like fast combat. That's usually sword or weapons.
mhm.
And you swing and it makes a sound like you hit something, but it doesn't feel like you actually hit something. Like, I don't know, it feels like a waste because when you go to the bonfires and save, it respawns everything. Like, God, the game is so bad. I hate it.
It's just not giving you the easy way out. When you commit to a button press, it's
Mhm.
making you take your punishment. It makes
Mhm.
you have to forcefully think out your attack process.
That's great. You guys can like your inferior games.
It
I'll
was
play
so
one of the
funny because.
other, like 1400 that I have that I enjoy more.
Oh, I got the notification that Callie was playing Dark Souls a little bit late, and I was like, oh, let me check what Callie's doing. And when I entered the stream, this is probably like 30 minutes after she started the stream, and she's fighting the ghosts on on New London ruins. That was so funny. She was trying to kill the ghosts, and I was like, Callie, what are you doing? Go up. And you have to go up. And but yeah, but that's the thing about Dark Souls. I mean, they throw you up there, and if you see a way to go, it doesn't mean that you actually have to go that way. It's the game expects you to fail and to trial and error, and um, it is so different than any other like action RPGs where you attack and you keep attacking and you're thinking on the fly. Here is more like, okay, I got to a new area. Let me check my environment. Let me hide behind my shield. Let me be careful. Let me be patient. It's so different. So Nick, I'm actually curious. What was your first experience with the Soul series?
Demon Souls. I bought
Demon
it
Souls.
before it was well known, before it was the greatest hits, and I just saw it and I was like, "This looks cool. I'll get it when it comes out." And nobody played it. It was just me, myself, and I. I tried to get help on that game.
Yeah.
That game is hard. Like that was my first experience with a Souls game, and I dropped it for a bit, and I was like, nope. I pre-ordered this. I spent what was it, $50, something like that at the time, and I was like, I spent my hard-earned money. I'm going to beat this game, and then I was like, it was like a challenge, I mean, every Souls game is, but the enemies in that game had so much health. It felt like the lava bugs. If did you ever play Demon
Yeah.
Souls Red?
Yeah, I beat it.
Okay, you
It's
remember the
just,
lava bugs?
yeah, it's ridiculous. The thing is that, yeah, especially on Demon Souls and Dark Souls, you're such an underdog in the game. It's not even funny. Like, you're so useless at the beginning of the
Yeah.
game. And anything can kill you, anything.
Hmm.
And even if you try, so obviously the way to go is to try and not take on many enemies at the same time. You try, to trick them into fight you one by one, and still you can die. I mean, it's like that. Um, but yeah, that's the thing, that you're so underpowered, and when you think you are on pair with the game, then that's when the difficulty spike from the next area comes, and you're always like that, in those games. In my case, my first game was Bloodborne, and then I played Dark Souls 3. So those two were my first two Souls games. And I gotta say, like, in my case, I remember having a lot of trouble with Bloodborne. That first area was hell. I almost dropped it. I almost stopped playing, until it started to click, and then I got this, sense of, every time I get into a new area, I'm like, what the game is going to throw at me right now, and how do I deal with it? It was like a problem that I had to solve, something I was not used to. I was always used to, for example, like in Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is an action RPG, of course, but it's so different. You see an enemy and you just start slashing and attacking like a maniac, and then, if it hits you, then you heal, and this game doesn't work like that, and that was what frustrated me at first. But now I love it. I love that feeling of getting into a new area and not knowing what to expect, and getting into a boss and getting stuck in the boss and trying to study its movements, and how to beat it. Is I guess it's an addiction now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are allowed to have incorrect opinions. It's fine.
Yeah, Demon Souls fried my first PlayStation 3, so it
Wow.
holds a special place in my heart. Not only did it kill me, it killed my PlayStation.
It killed your
3.
PlayStation as well. It killed your
So,
PlayStation as well.
Yeah.
like, can you guys just explain to somebody like me who is never gonna play a Souls game ever again? Like that is not happening. It's not. It's just not. Like, I don't even want to play Code Vein because people are like, oh, it's like Dark Souls. So I don't even want to touch Code Vein now. I'm not gonna play Bloodborne. That's off the table. Like it is, it's not a thing. So actually, Rad, you played Code Vein. Is it similar to Dark Souls?
It's like it's a mixture of Dark Souls with no, it's more like Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne with God Eater, something like that. It's a mixture of that. It is difficult. I'll say that it is difficult, but I think it is unfair to label Code Vein as a Souls game at the gate. It has a different feel. I think you should try it at some point, even if you
Okay,
don't if
I'll
you don't
I'll try it
don't
eventually.
think of it as a Souls game. I think Eric mentioned that, and I think he's right in that sense.
I liked God Eater a lot. Like God Eater 3, very fun. So I might give it a shot eventually. So if you guys can explain to me why is it that Dark Souls is fun? Ignore the challenge. Take the fact that it's just a hard game. Take that out. What is fun about it?
The bosses.
The bosses are fantastic sometimes.
Yeah. Like I would play the game if it was just the boss rush mode.
I mean,
like
yeah, and even it is funny because something like Bloodborne, for example, it doesn't have it doesn't have strong story elements in the game, but the lore of the game, like actually reading every item, gives you bits of lore of what's happening. And I found myself watching so many YouTube videos about the lore behind the game because it was so interesting. Um, Usually games tell you a story. In this game, it felt like you're actually looking for the story bits by bits on everything you find.
So
It's
another thing I thought was dumb is they make you create a character and then you're undead, so your looks don't matter. So I was like, what a waste of time.
no, but
well, you're going to have your face behind a helmet 90% of the time. So
and you can use items like humanity in order to restore your appearance again. That's a mechanic of that game specifically. It changes like in every Souls games.
yeah.
Um,
And if you get good, then you don't have to be a zombie.
Or I can just never play the game again,
yeah,
and I am not. Guys, you don't understand. Like, I
and
know
that's
you guys
fine.
are
No,
like,
that's
you'll come
fine.
back in 6 months. I'm like, no, this game will never go in my PlayStation again, ever. Never.
Yeah, and the thing is that since the moment you put it on Discord that you bought the game, I already knew it because it's a rough game to start with. I especially like knowing the kind of game that you like. Yeah, you need something more fast paced. You need something more fast
Yep.
paced in order to
Yep.
enjoy it. Yeah.
I know she says you can play Minecraft with him. Kylie.
I'd rather slit my throat than play Minecraft. I've never played it. I never intend to play it.
So you'd rather play Dark Souls
No,
than
no. With Dark Souls, I would rather literally disembowel myself than have to play Dark Souls.
Yeah.
seppuku, right?
No, no. Disembowel is worse because you die of sepsis.
Isn't
You'll die faster with seppuku. You're gonna die slowly with the other one. You
so
guys don't
just
understand how much I hate
remove
stuff.
your
So,
intestines.
so I also played 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim today. That game has way too much story. Oh boy, that's the first visual novel I've ever played, and there's too much story. But the combat in that game is unique as hell. It is. Can I stream that? No, I'm not.
I
No,
know
God.
Can you stream that, Kylie?
Oh God. Okay, let's back way up. So I played Aegis Rim. There's too much story to the point to where I was frustrated with it. But that combat It's an RTS. It's an RTS that's a strategy RPG, but it's real time, and you have to react and stuff real time. Like when there's missiles and stuff shooting at you, you have to go deal with that and put shields up and stuff. Otherwise, it's an RTS more than anything. I haven't found the RPG elements yet because there's not really any that I've found. It's more just an RTS visual novel.
I saw that there were like upgrades and stuff that you could get for your mechs, and I think that's about as close you get.
Yeah, and I keep forgetting that the meta ability that's supposed to be that's super uber powerful. I keep forgetting I have it. Um, Also, what else did I play? That we played Crystal Chronicles this week.
Go.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh God. So
I watched that stream.
we found out that if you don't play farther in the game, you can't do more than the first level together.
Yeah,
Now
that sucks.
we got real good at beating that crab.
Yeah. the the boss of the first level is a crab, and yeah, we beat it twice because of that. And to be honest, I played the demo by myself a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't enjoy it that much. But I was having fun actually playing with Callie and Lane. It's a shame that we only could play only one dungeon.
I played as far as it would let me go for free on my phone. I mean, it's pretty good for the phone.
Right.
So then we played some Fall Guys, and Lane actually won. Lane won a trophy. So he was so excited.
I had to leave the stream, and then Callie told me about it, and I was like, "There's no way Lane won." And I actually had to go to the stream again, record it, and yeah, he actually it was so funny because there were like 3 people ahead of him, and they all missed the crown, and then Lane grabbed the crown and he won.
He was so excited. That was like the highlight of his entire everything. I also, well, the most important thing this week is there's now an hour-long intro of Katamari Damacy that you guys can go listen to. And
There's no reason to have Spotify anymore. You can just use Callie's channel to work out or to eat or to whatever you need to.
You said
that's all you need. That's all you need. Yeah, that's all you need.
You said it's an hour long.
Yeah, it's on repeat.
Why not 10 hours? You know?
That hour-long file.
That's true, Nick. That was lazy from Callie. That was lazy
Nick,
from Callie.
That file was 10 gigabytes for 1 hour.
You can sacrifice a portion of your PC for your fans.
It took an hour to encode it. It took like 50 minutes to encode it. It took forever. And then so long to, it's fine. It's an hour. It doesn't even have 2 hours of watch time. It's fine.
Look, I know she says I watched that 5 times. He had to reload that video 5 times.
Right, exactly.
Seriously?
Think of your fans.
Okay, all right. I can make it smaller and I could re-upload it with lower quality, and we can have a 10-hour.
No, Callie. For you, quality is important. So you know that quality has to be flawless.
Oh my God.
10 hour,
you have to live up to your standards.
1080p 60. Flawless.
Okay, I want a real opinion here. Would you
Quali wants an opinion.
Okay, would anyone watch a 10-hour version? Am I gonna get those watch hours? That's it.
You guys better work out with that video.
Kit says it. We need a 10-hour video.
Oh my God. I'm gonna go look right now at the metrics for that, because there are only 119 minutes of watch hour. No one has watched it that many times.
I know she says I would have it streaming for 10 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will not allow it to be poor quality.
Oh man.
Okay, guys, tonight I will free up some hard drive space. I will encode God, I can't believe this. A 10-hour, I don't even know if I can encode. I don't know if you can upload that big to YouTube.
You guys better watch those 10 hours.
I'll do it tonight after the stream. My computer will go, it will overheat, it will die. But for you guys, I'm dedicated. It'll take like 8 weeks to upload. That's fine. That's fine. So Mondays are Katamari Mondays. I will be playing a Katamari game every Monday until I beat them all, except for I think this Monday is Genshin Impact, isn't it?
Let's go.
It's coming out soon.
It's Monday
It's
or Tuesday.
Monday. Monday.
Okay, so this week's Katamari Monday is not happening because Genshin Impact.
Or both.
I have to work too.
No,
Nah.
1 hour of one of them and 1 hour of the other. There you go. I'm kidding. Just go with Genshin Impact.
Oh my God.
That's the way to go.
So
I
then
want to try that one.
I also played some Super Mario Galaxy, which is phenomenal on the Switch. It's so good. And that's it. That's just a lot for me. What'd you guys play?
So
Well,
I
go.
I played I played more of Lost Sphere. I'm enjoying that game. I know a lot of people say it is an average game, but for me it's good. I like it. I'm making progress on that. More than halfway through it. I played Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition as well. Loving that game to pieces. Making progress as well, but yeah, I mean, finally past that without entering into spoilers that prison tower um, act, I guess, and what else I've played? Oh, so I played for the first time Star Ocean till the end of time or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Um, it was really fun actually. So I'm planning on streaming more of that soon. I think I played like 3 hours. The first hour and a half was a lot of dialogue, a lot of background and walking around. But then after that, it got really good pretty fast. So yeah, I'll probably play more of that. And the other game, you already talked about Crystal Chronicles, Fall Guys, and I played a little bit of I Am Setsuna. So I got I Am Setsuna since it is on sale right now. I was hoping
Did,
for a deeper sale, but I guess
Yeah.
I paid 20.
did
Like,
you
I don't understand why they're still so high.
Yeah.
They were like budget games to begin with, so
Yeah, exactly. So they're 40 originally, but they rarely go on sale. So that's weird.
so
Sorry, Kylie, you were gonna say something?
Rad, did you play any more Divinity? Did I miss that?
Oh, no, I'm actually taking a break from Divinity. It's been kicking my ass lately. Our asses because my friend is playing with me. So yeah, no Divinity Original Sin 2 for the last 2 weeks, I think. Yeah, since I'm taking a break for that game, I'm actually hoping that Genshin Impact is good, so I can make that my next co-op game for now. Um, we'll see. I mean, the fact that it is free doesn't give me a lot of hope, but all the gameplay I've seen, people
It
are
looks
talking.
so good. I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
people are saying it is good, so I'll give it a try.
yeah, same. I would have totally like paid money for it, but now that it's free to play or whatever, I'm like,
Yeah, that's all I have. That's all I had this week in terms of what I've been playing.
well, I have been finishing up Nino Kuni. Did that this last week. I finally beat it, which was it's a little bit of a grind, but it's not too bad. It's a good game. Just held back by a few minor things from being like a masterpiece, I would say. The biggest thing is when you evolve your characters, they drop back to like level 0. So that's it, like, kind of punishes you for evolving your little guys, which gives you new skills and better stats. It just, since it takes so long to level up, almost like a Dragon Quest game, it's I'm scared. I didn't evolve my main guys past the first time because I didn't want to have to reset them to level 1 to do it all over again. Which probably would have helped a little bit if I'd gone ahead and done that at the beginning, but they still would have been under leveled and would have had to grind a lot more. But it's a very good game in my opinion. Combat system is good. It has a good ebb and flow to it. Some bosses are a little kind of broken in my opinion, with spamming AoE attacks, but other than that, the game is really good. Has lots of charm to it. Solid RPG. Takes a lot of notes from the classics, in my opinion. Music reminds me of a lot of Dragon Quest tunes as well, and there's lots of stuff in that game that just kind of reminds me of Dragon Quest. And Dragon Quest is one of my all-time favorites. Dragon Quest 8, that is, and I highly recommend it. And that's why I was playing for. Yeah,
The
yeah,
overworld is beautiful in this game.
yeah.
Love it.
You just move so slow when you walk.
Right.
That's the only thing. It's beautiful and wonderful world to explore, full of interesting characters, a lot of funny dialogue, and characters with lots of charm. The whole game is just exudes charm, and there's very few games that I've gotten that much enjoyment out of just for being like that charm. I would put it up there with like Paper Mario levels.
Right. I
Really?
was I
Wow.
was able to watch some of your streams, and I had a lot of fun because you were making voices for each character, and it was
Yeah.
so much fun watching you play that game. Yeah.
That's like one of the things I wish if when they did the remaster, like if they had put voice acting for like the main characters throughout the entire game, that would have been great. I mean, I love their accents. A lot of people didn't like Mr. Drippy, but I love his Welsh accent. He reminds me of like a crusty old guy with a beer gut. But anyway, it's just a great little game. Well balanced. It's got you kind of need to learn some things about it as you go to understand the combat system. A lot of people didn't like it, but it's well made, I'll say. And other than that, I've been working on my front mission review, which I should have finished tomorrow, hopefully.
Nice.
And oh, and I tried to play some Fate Extella, found out the freaking visual novel s scenes were like blocked. I don't understand that because it's like text pretty much for a lot of it, but I scrapped that idea even after I did an unboxing video, and I went to East Origin over here. It's my first East game that I've ever played. It's a little more difficult than I expected it. I've died like 5 times now, once or twice by drowning, but
That's okay because you like Dark Souls, so you're okay with that.
I just need to grind.
Kali is still triggered. Oh my gosh.
Guys, I had to like literally set up a new mix. I spent like an hour setting it up, hour playing it, uploaded it. I had to deal with music just to calm down from how upset I was about that game.
I think the reason people want you to play that so much is because we went through so much trying to beat that game. We want to see you overcome that. And
Not gonna happen.
it's
Get
like
out.
a milestone.
Get.
But by the way, Nick, I am really surprised that this is your first East game. So
Yeah, me too. I'm really shocked
you're
that's your
gonna have a
first
treat
East.
when you decide to play the others. And East Origins is obviously good, but when you try some of the others, you're gonna have a blast.
Yeah, like Ease
Yeah.
8. Ease 8's really good.
Fantastic, yeah.
I went ahead and got East 8 because it was going up in price. It's just sitting in the backlog, and I went ahead and pre-ordered Memories to Sell setup because the price for East 8 was like more than it buying it new.
Right, yeah.
Now because like East prices are crazy, but so I want to get into it. It looks like a series I'll enjoy, and I think I will. I've had some fun with it so far. I just need to grind. I actually have to embrace the grind for this game. So
Also, for people who don't care about collecting, I think is 8 is on sale right now. I think it is 24.99 on the PS4. Um, that's a sale for that game. I've never seen it lower than 30 before.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a good game.
physical's like $100 ish now.
Right? Yeah.
So digital is an option.
Especially if you buy a PlayStation 5 all digital or an Xbox Series. That was not on the Xbox.
Or Steam.
Yeah, it's on Steam. I've been looking forward to that front mission review, Nick. I've been looking out for it. I can't wait till you post it.
It's been, my computer takes forever, but I finally got it, and the fact that I didn't have some of my own gameplay didn't really help because I played it on the actual DS. So I had to borrow from other creators for that. But
So, just one thing to let you guys know, if you are making videos, I set all of my live streams to Creative Commons, so you can use my gameplay if you need it. Just please attribute me in the description.
Oh,
gotta do those mentions.
Yep. That's really cool, though. I'm excited because I like the old front missions. Did you ever play Steel Battalion?
Steel Battalion.
I have not.
It is the mech game for original Xbox where you needed like a $400 controller that was the size of like a tank to play. Yeah, it's a massive.
What?
Have you go look up Steel Battalion after this stream? Steel Battalion's controller is like a 4 turntable DJ setup, massive, huge thing with buttons and knobs, and
What?
it's crazy. It's an amazing game though. It's You should go try if you like mech games. That was like the holy grail of mech games. So expensive.
If it's like a $400 controller, I can see why.
I exaggerated. It's like 200 something now, but yeah,
Okay.
it's pricey. It's so pricey.
Yeah. I could do that. Or I could get a complete inbox copy of Super Mario RPG.
Or you could get a Switch, which they had some in
Yeah.
stock. They're back in stock now.
Hmm.
You should go buy that. That's a good investment.
That's what I need to do. But I also bought like 3 collector's editions of East 9. So that'll be for a later date.
And you also bought Near Replicant, the collector's edition.
Yeah, but that's like months away, so
Yeah, well, Ease is what?
February.
February?
yeah, it's a couple months. That's like 3, pretty much 3 months now, right? 3 and a little change.
So excited about that one.
All
Yeah.
I know is that 2021 has to be better than this year.
Oh, for sure.
It can't be.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, that's a problem. So Rad, you're playing Genshin Impact. I'm gonna play it. Nick, you're gonna try it, right? It's free.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm gonna try it for sure. I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful. I saw a YouTube video from someone that played the game, and he says that he enjoyed it and that the game does. I mean, of course, when the games are free with this gotcha system, like they sometimes they try to to make you spend money on the game, but apparently it is not necessary and it doesn't penalize you for doing that, for not spending money. I guess if you spend money you get like other characters and stuff like that, but you can be fine if you don't put anything on the game. So I'm looking forward to see what if that is true and how it is implemented.
I gotta say the most expensive season pass that I've seen in a game is for Fairy Tale. It's
Oh yeah.
$60. But I won that from Koei Tecmo. I won it, so I got it for free. I didn't have to pay for it. It's great.
The stars align.
Yeah.
I don't think even the fighting games had that much, but the thing is, they usually do like 2 or 3 season passes or something.
Yeah, I mean, you could do like Final Fantasy 15 did and put out a thing like every couple weeks, and they still don't have a complete game.
That was horse crap.
So Juan is asking, what game featured a tombstone that read Erdrick lies here? Is that Dragon Warrior, maybe?
Yeah, that's one of them because
Yeah, the first
the
one?
hero.
But
No,
because I think
Edric's the hero, right?
So Erdrick is from Dragon Quest 3, which is a prequel to Dragon Warrior. So maybe it's either Dragon Warrior or Dragon Warrior 2. So I think.
Yeah, one of those original 3 because they all tie in. What game says Link lies here on a tombstone?
Oh,
I
I
think
don't
it's
know.
is that the original Final Fantasy? Maybe no.
yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
I remember that. Yeah.
Wrong.
Or
It's
not?
wrong.
It's wrong?
Juan says we're wrong.
Oh, we're wrong. No. No. Interesting.
I don't know. One thing I do know is that you can probably not get a PlayStation 5 if you haven't already got one. I don't think they're going to open up
Mhm.
anymore, but
They'll produce more over time.
no, I mean for this year. Like on launch, I
Yeah.
think this week, second wave they did, that's the last launches they'll have.
Well, I'll still be playing PlayStation 4 for years
Well,
to come.
I mean,
So
I'm going to be playing a great game called Trails of Cold Steel 4, and I'm going to stream it, and no one's going to watch it.
So I'm still thinking about Juan's question. Is it in the Dragon Quest franchise or?
he says Final
Origins.
Fantasy
Oh, Final
Origins.
Fantasy Origins. Oh, okay, gotcha. So that version, the PS1 version of Final Fantasy. Okay,
Oh, okay.
interesting.
Maybe it replaced the Link one, or maybe that was just for the Dawn of Souls edition for the GBA.
Oh, so okay. So the original Final Fantasy had the links like here, and the Origins replaced that for Erdrick's Tombstone.
Oh, okay.
Cool,
Interesting.
man. Cool fun fact.
That's a very good fun fact. Anybody else have random thoughts? Any news articles you guys like this week?
Do you have any questions? This is the time as well. Not quiz questions, but like any other questions.
You know, we're going to have a pretty special episode next week. We're not going to tell you what happens, but we have something good lined up for you guys next week.
It's gonna be so good.
It's going to be so good.
Looking forward to it, for sure.
Oh, Rem had a question. What was it?
Let's look for it. I missed it.
I avoid 99% of free games. Going back.
I think that was the troll question.
I'm looking.
Ali, what is your favorite thing about Dark Souls? I think it was.
Oh.
Okay,
So,
my favorite thing about Dark Souls. I think my favorite thing about Dark Souls is that
Graphics.
no, actually, you know what? The lighting effects. The lighting effects in the dark areas was really good. I was impressed. I was like, oh, these are very nice. Yep, that's it. That's it.
so Gravity Blast asked, "What's your favorite Pokemon game and why?"
Red, because I beat it like 6 times. It's amazing. If you don't like the original generation of Pokemon, then you're like under the age of 30, I think.
Well.
So, do you have an answer, Nick?
My favorite is Ruby, just because it was like such an advance in graphics. I love the Pokemon in that one, and then you had like the legendary Pokemon that ended in like a kind of culminating cataclysmic event, kind of. It was like they had to call them the legendary Pokemon or whatever, or else a disaster would
Right.
happen. It kind of felt just more high stakes to me than any of the previous entries, and I don't know, the bad guys seemed more interesting. Then you had like, depending on which team you were on, you had like either Team Magma or Team Aqua that fought with you, right? Something like that.
Okay. That's really cool. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I'm one of the few that actually like cares about the story.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
It might
mean, first
it
story,
might
I liked Platinum.
Mhm.
Platinum story was really good because you had to go to the other dimension and fight Giratina.
Right.
I liked that.
It just felt so generic by that point, though. I couldn't get past it. I never made it past like the second gym on that game.
True. In my case, I've said it many times already. It's Soul Silver and Heart Gold
Oh, those are the
because
best. Oh my God, those
yeah
are absolutely the
because
best.
I think they're the
um,
most expensive nowadays
so I
too.
will say I will actually say that my favorite is Silver and Gold, but Heart Silver. I mean, it's Heart Gold and Soul Silver are the better versions of those games. So and the fact that you get to fight at 16 gyms and go back to Kanto and for the second part of the game, it was amazing to me. So yeah, that's my favorite Pokemon game.
I love Nabil's question.
Yes.
All right, you guys already made me play Dark Souls. That was like highly requested, so no.
What
Um,
game would you make another member of the podcast play and why? Wow.
yeah, that's a
Hmm.
great question.
Wow.
Hmm.
Wow.
I'm thinking.
I will definitely make Aonashi play Demon Souls on the PS3 with a crappy controller.
I would make someone. I really don't care who, but anyone that hasn't played Devil Survivor, play Devil Survivor,
It's like
just so that.
$100 though.
Oh, but that's a good game though. Could
Actually,
be any
the
game.
DS game is like
Wait,
30.
pause. Wait a minute. You gave Einashi a game, and then you told Nick, well, that's a good game, so you're implying that Demon Souls is bad.
It is good, but it is something that I know Aonashi doesn't enjoy, so that's why I chose that one.
Fine.
It, it's a game that you have to sink time into, and if you are trying to get it in on the go, it's not gonna work. That's just the way it is. I've tried it before and end up very frustrated. That's just it.
You know, I think the Devil Survivor is a really good example. I wish it just wasn't $100.
Yeah, it was kind of a forgotten gem, and now it's kind of remembered, and the price tag reflects that. So, but you can emulate it. I mean, you can emulate the original, maybe even the 3DS if your computer can run it. Um, and if you have trouble with the DS version, there's always cheats. I mean,
So,
the story is good, and the final battles, I didn't have to cheat. So, I mean, it's not impossible. I just didn't get like the best ending on my first playthrough. I actually got like the crappiest ending on my first playthrough, and then I went back and got the better endings.
so I think if I could pick a game to have somebody play, I would like somebody to play Chaos Legion on the PS2. That's a very good action
That's your favorite
RPG.
PS2 game, right?
It's one of the best PS2 games. I think it was my favorite. Yeah, I played the heck out of that game. If they had platinum trophies, I would have had it. I got everything in that game. It's very good, and I'm betting none of you have played it.
I've seen gameplay
So
of it.
Ainashi's played it. Okay.
so if I had to choose a game for every member of the podcast, so
Ooh.
Aonashi Demon Souls, Kali, the whole Tales in the Sky trilogy, all over the game, completely.
No, I played the first. I'm watching the second. It's fine.
Lane, I would choose Xenoblade Chronicles 2 so that he can, you know, stop hating the game and start loving it.
Get past the waifus.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Nick, I will make him play all the Pokemon games until he realizes that Pokemon is better than Digimon.
No. It'll never happen.
Like, that would
Wow.
be like Christmas for me.
Would you ask me to play? I already forgot. Oh, Trails, that's not happening. Never.
Yeah, Trails in the Sky, the whole trilogy.
I
But
I
playing them, not watching them
no,
on
no, no.
YouTube.
I don't have time for that shit. No. I don't want to play games that aren't fun. I did that today for you guys. It's enough.
I know what I would have Kylie play. The either Star Force or the Battle Network series of Mega Man.
But those are good games. I haven't
Right.
played them. I need to try them.
Exactly. That's why.
All right. Well, okay. Let me pick something for everybody. I don't know what you guys hate though. That's the problem.
You don't have to be mean like me. You can give me something that I like.
That's fair. That's fair. Uh, I think it's kind of an underrated gem. It's not very well known, but I think Nick would like it. Evolution Worlds on GameCube. It's the
Hmm.
first and second game put together, but they took out some fluff from the first game. It's pretty good. I doubt you've tried it, but it's a dungeon crawler. It's very methodical. It's got a unique story. Like I liked Evolution. I think you'd probably like it.
I remember Eric covering it in one of his videos, and you've talked about it before and maybe shown. I don't know. I've seen it before, and it looks like a kind of cute, enjoyable RPG. So I think I wouldn't mind it. I just never played an RPG on GameCube besides Fire Emblem. I think that's it. No, I told somebody I played a different. There was another RPG I played, but like that's about the only one.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have Rad play Chaos Legion because
Let's go.
he
Mhm.
likes to play inferior action combat games, so he
I
needs to
need to raise
try.
my bar.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. You should play that. Enashi. Let's see. What do we have Enashi play? I don't know what he hates. Oh, I know what we have Enashi play. We have him play Future Connected, the expansion to Xenoblade Chronicles, because you have 12 Nopon follow you around.
That would be awesome.
And he has to get all the quests done, and he has to get the final boss, the secret boss unlocked, which requires all the Nopon quests. Yeah, that's the response I wanted. Oh, F that. That's worth all the marbles. And Lane, what does Lane hate? Lane says Grandia 2 is worse than
Lane
yeah.
didn't like well, he didn't like Xenoblade Chronicles
Here's what we
2
do.
because
We make Lane play Grandia Extreme, the worst
ooh,
Grandia game.
ooh.
It starts you off in like a combat area. Like you don't start off the story, you're in combat. It's awful. And like you do a dungeon like as soon as you boot the game up.
Wow.
Yeah, Extreme is it's ooh boy. Phantom Crash. I remember Phantom Dust for Xbox.
When I hear Grandia Extreme, it like makes me think of the guy from P90X because he's always like
Kenny Orton, Tony Orton,
Extreme.
Tony Orton.
I don't know, but well, we picked up like the P90X Plus video, and the dude literally goes P90X Plus. I was like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it.
No, we're not
Oh
gonna
my
make
god.
each other play one game. That's crazy. But I think one thing we should do is that at the beginning of the month, we should all agree on a game that we all play together, and we should talk about it after the month.
A good game.
Yes, not Dark Souls.
Or a game that has a good reputation at least. So that we,
I think that this
Dark
month.
Souls.
No, get out, out, out.
It has a good reputation.
So
Yeah.
do you guys want to be? Do you guys want it to be a JRPG?
I mean, I think this month we could do Genshin Impact.
Okay.
It's
It-
free. You can't.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It is a great option. I think we have no excuse to not try it.
We play Fall
Yeah.
Guys already won.
Fall Guys. Played Fall Guys like 7 times already.
No, we've played it 3 times.
No, but individually as well.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
that you do that on your own time.
Fall Guys is fun though. It's okay. Actually,
Gravity says,
here's-
okay, so Bloodborne.
here's
If
yeah.
it-
No, get all of you Soulsborne fans. No. No.
Okay, Sekiro then.
No. It's a Soulsborne. I bought it. I have it. I'm not gonna play it now because I know what it's gonna be like.
Okay, so what about Elden Ring? If George R. R. Martin in there.
I don't know. When's it come out?
I
To be determined.
I wish we knew. I wish we knew. Hopefully, I'll be alive by then. We'll see.
Actually, so one thing we were talking about during the Crystal Chronicles stream this week is that we should all buy Among Us and play with the Discord. It's $5.
That would be cool. But we need more people than the 5 of us. Or
That's why I said with the Discord.
yeah,
Is
exactly.
Is it on Steam?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very low spec, right? So
Oh yeah, you could probably play it on a potato.
which might be possible because you can like run batteries off of potato kind of. So
Yeah. And you could also run the robot from Portal on the potato.
the more you know.
Have you not played Portal 2?
I haven't played either Portal.
No, I haven't either.
What? Among Us is a game to where it's like Donner Dinner Party, the board game. Basically, what you do is that you can play Among Us on a toaster. Yeah, probably if it has Wi-Fi. So Among Us is a game where you have a bunch of people. You're on a spaceship, okay? And there's, depending on the amount of people, there's a couple of people that are imposters that go around and kill other people. And
Sounds fun.
if you are the murdering person, you have to try to hide and make other people believe that you're not the assassin. It's Clue in space. And then you have a thing like Phoenix Wright where you all get together and you're like, oh, Red did it. I saw Red over here and I didn't see him
Objection.
since. Objection!
Yeah.
Objection!
And I'm like, no, I was with Lane all the time. I need Lane to back me up and, prove that I'm innocent and stuff like that.
Because we could all get in Discord, we could chat and play Among Us. I think it would be a good time.
So I'll be the guy that sticks up for the murderer the entire game. Like killed the guy in plain sight in front of everybody. He didn't do it.
But here's the thing, no one knows who it is until
Yeah.
the goal is to find the imposter and
If
kick
you
them
don't,
out of the
if you
ship.
if you don't kick out the imposter or imposters, sometimes there's 2 depending on how many people are playing. The imposters are gonna keep killing people until they win. So
Yes, I think it'd be a good time. So it's $5 on Steam. It's super popular online. So
Yeah, I've seen memes and stuff about it.
we can try it sometime.
Yeah.
yeah. So we'll post some links in Discord. So anybody that's interested, go pick it up. It'd be fun with all of us, I think.
I think so too.
Especially when we all. So the fun part with Donner Dinner Party, we used to play this at my last job. Yes, at work. We would basically, there was one guy that we would just always assume was the cannibal, and we're just like, nope, nope, it's Jeremy. We're gonna go eat Jeremy. We're gonna kill him. And he only had the cannibal thing like 10% of the time, but we always killed him first. Like we always voted to kill him. Hilarious. So I mean, we could just like it'd be the same thing. Like with Einashi, Einashi could just be like, "Oh, it's Callie. Kill Callie." I'm like, I was with you the whole time. Nope, it was Callie. Callie's the imposter. Kill her.
Uh, that's yeah. I can see how that is gonna be fun. Yeah.
Gravity Blast says Souls fans versus haters.
So Eric Landon did say that Souls fans are some of the worst fans. I agree now.
And we just want you to share in our
We are.
pain.
We are, and we're so
Yeah.
proud of that.
It's
I mean, it's so bad. Why do you guys like bad things? There's so many good games.
because
I
then you get to join the club.
I don't know, but I guess there's like 30 million people that have bad taste.
That's okay. I mean, Xbox doesn't sell well in Japan, so.
Oh man.
I'm kind of curious how if Xbox wins out like the Western market with their Elder Scrolls and everything, how will that affect localization of JRPGs and stuff?
I
You
don't
know,
understand.
like if PlayStation 5 sales do go down, then it would probably lead to less localizations being made of JRPGs.
If
You
you
know,
think PlayStation 5 sales are going to be low, you're mistaken.
I think Xbox is probably going to win a few over, not enough to majorly impact it. But if they start doing this with like multiple games with their access and everything, the streaming service of Game Pass and everything, I feel like if they improve upon it, then they could definitely approach the Western demographic, you know?
This is true. I think that the PS5 is probably going to be close to the PS2 in sales because they can anybody that has PS4 games can play it on the system. It's going to be very big for them.
Yeah. I don't think I mean the people that would buy the JRPGs anyway probably will go for the PlayStation, so I just hope it doesn't affect localizations.
Well, I
Hopefully not.
mean,
I don't think that's gonna be the case. Hopefully not.
Me too.
Yeah.
just look how many localizations there are now. The near re-release is going to be out like one day later in America.
It's crazy. Where's they still haven't localized like all the Crossbell games, right?
That's correct.
I was hoping because they announced like a translation at like one of the games expos or something, and it was one of their new games that they're bringing over. I was hoping it was like those because I hope to get into the series because I mean it looks like something I'll enjoy.
Trails of Cold Steel has very good mechanics, but I'm gonna give Lane a one up here, okay? I'm gonna be nice to Trails for once. I'm watching a full playthrough. Guy is doing 100% of all text. He is doing like every little thing that can be read. He does different voices, all the items. Like he is 100%ing all the perfect parts of that game. And I just get to watch it like over. I don't have to play the old game, which is great. The story, like I was texting him the other day on Twitter. I was like, "This is insane! I can't believe they did this! Wow, I did not see this coming." Like the story, I'm about a part 19 out of 45, I think. There's some crazy stuff happening that I like. Even playing the first three Cold Steel games, I had no idea that this stuff existed. Like, if I had played this first, Cold Steel 3 would have made a lot more sense.
Hmm.
I'm
But
looking forward to play those games.
yeah, I don't like the old ones because of their mechanics, but the story it's good. It's it's not good enough yet though, because I still like how like the power level in Cold Steel for just all of the people is just so high. Like Ouroboros is just so powerful, it's crazy. So I like the exponential power levels like Dragon Ball Z has, to where you're like season 1 can't fight, anybody. Season 8 fighting gods, stuff like that. So, I like that.
I hope to get into it. I've
Yeah,
yet.
no, that's on my plan of games for soon. I don't know when, but soon, this year probably.
That's for the year or so while I wait to get a PlayStation 5.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully before that, yeah. Before that, I'll start with the Sky trilogy.
So is everyone definitely getting Final Fantasy 16?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I guess.
yeah, no, definitely. I mean, it's Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
If
I
you like
mean, it's
JRPGs,
like, yeah,
it's at some point you'll get it if you like JRPGs.
like my buddy, he doesn't even really play JRPGs, but he'll play Final Fantasy. It's kind of like a given.
All
So
right.
I think that's probably about all we have for today,
Yeah.
guys, which I love that our
Yeah.
1 hour podcast is still over 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Okay,
much, guys, for
yeah,
for
th
watching.
thanks everybody for showing up,
Hmm.
but do you guys want to go through your socials before we close?
You can find me as Rat Console Gaming on YouTube and Instagram, as Console Rat on Twitter.
And you can find me as Nick Heat Haze Gaming on YouTube and at Heat Haze _gaming on Twitter.
And you can find me at CaliChronicles.net. That has all of my stuff on it, and CaliZath on Twitter. So thanks everybody for doing stuff. I'm glad that we were still able to have this, even though we're missing a couple members. But next week, oh boy, we got a special time for you next week. So please be looking forward to that. And I think with that, we will call it a stream. So thanks everybody.
Until next time.